between Kyrie's recent posts and some reports that there was, quote, renewed optimism that he might return at some point this season, I'm curious if you had any recent conversations with him that led you to at least be more hopeful that we might see him on the court, or if there were any updates that you had.
I haven't, and I have no updates. I have connected with him, but totally outside of the scope of the question and just in life in general. So we connected last week, but not with any intel or insight that things are changing. So, I know he's working out, and I know he'd love to be playing, but I think the boundaries are still the same as they were before recent reports.
Yeah. What's up, y'all? Real quick. You love the threads? No, check them out. So, if you want so many threads, go to Instagram at Broken Heart Society 777. This is an exclusive t-shirt line from my homie. I call him 40 Water, aka 40, but he goes by the name Silent Hill. So the same name you see scrolling on the bottom of your screen that provides the music for these shorts and the IOW Sports Late Night Owl Show is scrolling on the bottom of the screen. But then again, like I said, Instagram at Broken Heart Society 777. You can cop some of the threads. Of course, hey, this is about building the bigger brand for my peoples. So my man does music, he does t-shirts, so I'm gonna always shout him out. Shout out my guy 40 Water. But look, that's not what we're here for. We are here is because literally 15 minutes, 20 minutes ago. So as I'm filming this, it is now Friday night, December 17th, and 5:35 Eastern Standard Time, because I'm on the East Coast. But literally 15, 20 minutes ago, it comes across my feed that guess what, y'all? Kyrie Irving is set to return to the Brooklyn Nets. And I had to talk about it because I swear on a show that we do called IOW Sports that I do with Detroit Mail and the homie Nick Shine. When the news broke down that Kyrie was not going to cave into the New York City mandate and not get vaccinated, and he was willing to sit out, the Brooklyn Nets was like, "No, we're not going to do part time. You're not just going to play away games." Now look is what's happening. Look at the overload on Kevin Durant, the minutes. I mean, there's been injuries for the Nets. There's been other players missing because of COVID protocol. And when you look at that, the same man they said they weren't going to take as a part-timer because you refused to get the vaccination, now conversation has completely changed. I mean, leading to this take, this wild card mar, quick wild rant, I played the little interview process of Steve Nash. And you can say you didn't talk about returning, but I don't believe that. Come on. The Nets are in first place and they want to stay at the top of the East. So they're getting ahead of the issues that are happening with the team. You want to find a way to alleviate some of those high minutes from Kevin Durant. You want to find a way to still have a potent offense and at least a player that can get their own offense. You know what I'm saying? Like the Nets think they're slick. You could have did this from the beginning because there was a certain guy that likes to do podcasts that said, hey, you can still use him as a part-timer. You know, I'm not pointing fingers at the guy that said it, but it's funny how now that shit has hit the fan in Brooklyn and they're trying to get ahead of some issues of injuries, COVID issues, and minutes to overload on your superstars. It's funny how the narrative has changed. But you know what? Big kudos to Kyrie. Because yes, he loves the game of basketball, and of course he's going to agree to this because he loves to play basketball. This is his hobby. This is his passion, his love. Like I love to podcast, I love to cook, and I take every opportunity to podcast or cook because those are my true passions. So if it's taken away from me and I get the first opportunity to do it and it benefits me, I'm going to do it. So he's going to lace up the shoes and play basketball. He is a basketball player. But I'm just laughing at the whole situation because the Nets stood firm and said, no, we don't want a part-timer. Either get fully vaccinated and join the team or sit out. Kyrie was willing to play by everybody's rules, played by the Nets rules, played by the New York City mandate rules, and he was vilified. Now look who's laughing now. Because Kyrie Irving is going to come back. He's going to remain unvaccinated. And he's going to enjoy being a part-time ball player. Because a part-time ball player is better than a no ball playing player in general. And the Nets benefit. This man helps keep you at the top. Kyrie Irving helps keeps the Nets at the top of the East. But you could have did this from the beginning. Refused to. The man was vilified, talked about, drugged through the media by, fools like Stephen A. and other talking heads. And look who's laughing now. It's funny how things work. It's funny how mysterious things always happen in life, especially for those who are pointing the finger and doing the talking and making the certain demands and restrictions and no Kyrie, no part-time. We're getting closer to New Year's, and they got to maintain a lead because you don't want Kevin Durant to potentially injure himself or being overworked, because you got other injuries and other COVID issues of players missing. It's funny how things work. I'm laughing. I think it's hilarious. But again, kudos to Kyrie freaking Irving for standing his ground because of something that he believed in. Now, I don't care where you sit at on the vax line. You believe in it or you don't. But stand firm on what you believe in. That's all I ask. Kyrie stood firm. Brooklyn didn't want to do a part-time in the beginning, but look at them now. Hey, Kyrie, we're thinking about changing our mind because we really going to need you. And they do. So out of all of what I said, let's be honest, the Nets need Kyrie Irving more than Kyrie Irving needs the Nets. Be honest about it. That's just what it is. But my thing is don't hoot and holler at one moment, because this is the crazy thing about COVID. If anybody has ever paid attention to COVID for the last year and a half, 2 years, dealing with sports or just dealing with life in general, things can change at the drop of a dime because we're living in a very unpredictable COVID world. So what you say in the beginning may not stand strong or true all the way to the end. This is a prime example. You didn't want to part-time them in the beginning, Nets, but damn, when shit hit the fan, a part-time Kyrie looks a lot better than a no Kyrie. Right? Am I right? Funny how shit works. We here at IOW Sports, thank you for watching another Wild Card Mars quick wild rant. Follow us on all these social media platforms: Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, and YouTube. Like, share, and subscribe. And we'll catch y'all later.
Low. Johnny smoking haze in a blaze like I heat it though. Then I'm let the heater flow and sing it.